Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalam ala Sayyidil Mursaleen wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. Topic of the day is Zakat on loans. Loans are of two kinds: receivable loans and non-receivable loans. For example, one of your brothers came and asked you a loan of $10,000, and he said he shall return within 6 months. But he did not return in 6 months. And you kept on asking him. He said next year maybe, and next year, and next year, and next year. So now it is 10 years. He borrowed 10,000 US dollars, your own brother, and he said he will return very soon, within 6 months. But now it is 10 years. 10 years. He did not return. And there is no hope that he will return unless Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes him very rich and he pays back. Now, do you have to pay zakat on this $10,000 of loan which you gave to your brother? And there is very little hope that he will be able to return this loan. So Imam Abu Hanifa and Imam Thawri, Sufyan al-Thawri, they say that if he returns this loan of $10,000 after 10 years, then you have to pay zakat for last 10 years. Last 10 years. So, for example, on $10,000, $250 will be your zakat every year on $10,000. If it is for 10 years, it will be $2,500. But the other scholars of Islam, they did not agree with the opinion of Imam Sufyan Thawri and Imam Abu Hanifa. And the famous Tabi'in, Imam Hassan Basri, who died in 110 Hijri, and the famous Khalifa Umar bin Abdul Aziz, who died in 101 Hijri, and then Imam Malik, Imam Layth bin Sa'ad, Imam Al-Awza'i, they are of the opinion, if such a person returns the loan after 10 years, 15 years, then you do not have to pay the zakat on this loan for all 10 or 15 years. You just have to pay zakat of only one single year. And we think this opinion is more sound, more logical, and we prefer this opinion. Allahu alam bis-sawab. Now, you have another option with you. For example, every year you pay zakah, and for example, every year you pay a zakah of almost $1,000. and next year, for example, $1,200, and next year $1,500, whatever. It may increase, it may decrease. And you gave a loan of $10,000 to your own brother. He promised to return within 6 months, but he is not able to return. Then you can deduct the amount of zakat from this loan. You can tell him, brother, you just pay me $9,000. Next year you may ask again, and if he says, I don't have money, then deduct that money from your payable zakat. And for example, after 7 years, you don't have to pay zakat for 7 years because you're calculating 10,000 minus 1,000. Now it is 9,000. Then next year you deducted 1,500 from the zakat, and the amount left is only 7,500. Next year your zakat was about $2,000. So you deducted $2,000 from $7,500 of loan, and you are left with only $5,500. So every year you can keep on deducting your zakat from the loan. And you may even waive and say, brother, you don't have to pay me back. You are my brother. I waive. You don't have to pay anything. This can also be done. So Imam Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah gave this fatwa that the zakat can be deducted from the receivable loans. Allahu a'lamu bis-sawab. And when you receive such loan, there are loans, as I told you earlier, there are two kinds of loan. You are 100% sure that this loan will be returned on time, and there are loans you are not sure whether he will be able to return or not. In case somebody returned your loan back after 10 years or 5 years, then immediately you have to pay zakat for only 1 year. That was not expected. You were not hoping for it, but you got your money back. You pay zakat immediately on the same day as you received. You pay zakat of 1 year. But if the loan is guaranteed and the man kept his promise, he paid on time, and you are 100% sure that this loan will be returned on time, then you have to pay zakah on it. Now, one more major issue is about business loans. And people say, well, I have loan and I am in debt, so I will not make Hajj and I will not pay zakah. This is a lame excuse, because people in business, they take loans. Always they have liabilities. You have to receive monies from some people, and you have to give money to some people. There are customers who take on credit, and you take commodities on credit also. So overall, you have to see in business, that you have assets or liabilities. For example, you have to pay $50,000 to your suppliers. $50,000 to your suppliers. And you have $10,000 cash in hand. And you have to get money from your purchasers, say $100,000. It means overall, you have a lot of money. You have money in cash, you have goods in your shop, and you have to receive money from so many of your purchasers, and you have to give little money to your suppliers. So, and you think that those are loans, then still you are rich. You have total assets in plus, and you must pay zakat on all your on all your business assets. This is also applicable on bank loans. Bank loans are of two types. Number one, interest-bearing loans and non-interest loan. So a Muslim should never indulge himself in loans with riba. And always your terms in business should be riba-free. Your entire business should be riba-free. And otherwise, you will not have any blessing, any barakah in your business. And interest and riba is haram and haram and haram. So this has to be noted, and this is an important issue. Now, a man was paying his zakat regularly on an annual basis, but he paid the zakat in 2019 and he died in 2020. He was a rich person. He had zakatable assets and the zakat was due. So from his heritage, from the first thing that shall be deducted will be his zakat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, min ba'di wasiyatin yusuna biha aw dayn. So before you distribute the property of the dead person from his inheritance, you have to deduct the will, amount of will, and you have to deduct the loan. And zakat is a loan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the fuqaha unanimously agree that the loan of Allah has priority over the loan of human beings. So it has to be paid immediately, because overall he left assets which are more than his liabilities and loans. So first of all, the will, which can be up to 1/3 of the total amount, not more than that, that has to be deducted. And the loans, and the loans include the zakat payable up to his date of death. And similarly, if he did not pay the dowry of his wife, that amount has also to be paid from his assets before the distribution is made among the children and other legal heirs. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.